Welcome back to another fun adventure with the Radical Road Hazards. So it's really not that fun. This is basically going to be a part 2 to the project preparation. We didn't get into any meat and potatoes of any of the projects. We just kind of wrapped up some small projects on the barn I work in, so it's going to be better prepared to paint and just finish up if we have some more cold temperatures, which it's Michigan. We have really nice weather right now, but winter's not done. So the barn's ready for painting, as I'm going to paint parts of the M37. I've got a first gen I've been talking about. I'm painting here and a couple other things. In this video, I think I'm going to show you another project that's got added on that I'm going to help with my stepdad, and the road hazards are going to help with that too. Didn't do much with this Cummins. I really got to clean. I'm not going to put cleaning in the video. That's pretty boring. Did clean some parts in the video, but this is again more preparatory stuff as we start to really dig into these projects and hopefully finish other ones up. So hope you enjoy. As always, like, subscribe, and enjoy. Zach Bull is now in the rafters of the barn. He's taking one for the team for the air hose. I told him hell to the no.
I'm thinking I should stand right underneath him.
That's a fair assessment. Don't Clark Griswold us, man.
Mike, keep on showing that hose through too, so you don't have to reach as much. Just shove through just as much as you can, man.
I can see his light.
Can you feed a little bit more in?
Yep. Oh yeah. Zach Bull doing some professional carpentry work. So excited about this. Last night. So this is my little compressor, and it works pretty good, but it's a little guy. There's a big one in here. And so we finally plummeted some, so we can hook it here. We'll see how long this lasts. I got this cheap little two-way. Hook this. Boom. All the way to here. And so I'm excited to finally use this. I didn't realize I've had it since like COVID era, and I've never had it hooked up. But now, exciting. So you're partially wondering why, we really videoed working on the barn. Well, as some of you may know, this barn did not start life enclosed like that. We've always had, for a while, access to this barn, and I'll stitch some pictures in, but it didn't have all these walls, this wall or insulation, or this roof, well, ceiling, sorry. When we started working in here, there was no insulation anywhere. This was just a skeleton. This was all open. This wall back here wasn't there. It was open, and we had a horse back here. So in the winter, it was cold. It was usually colder in here than it was outside. One winter, we were working on our friend Connor's CJ5, and we had to do the skid plate for the gas tank. So we had to take, all that apart. When we were working on it, it was so cold. Our beers were freezing. That moment we were kind of like, hey, we got to do something, especially with this back wall not here. And like I said, it was just open to the elements. It was just draft coming right through. Our horse got to watch us, which was cool, but it wasn't cool for us. It was very cold. So the first thing, me and the boys of the Road Hazards, we put this wall together. As you can see, you should say the date I did it. Yeah, right here. That's when we did it. We put it together, and now it's not like the best wall right now. I'm gonna insulate the backside later, but it helped immensely with that cross breeze, and I mean, it totally helped. Summer later, I started getting insulation, insulated all these walls, then I put the wood over that, and so that helped a ton. I resealed the door. That left only the open ceiling. So this winter, as I'm going to be painting this first gen and other things, I got a higher end paint, and I've painted in here before, and you can like tape stuff off, put a bunch of stuff to block, things from getting in your paint, but it was a higher end paint, and I was just like, no, let's get a better booth and better heat. So we finally did it. Finally, took a few garage nights, but we got the ceiling in here, and let me tell you, it's so much warmer. So just that's a little explanation of why we kind of have the videos of working in the barn in here, because it's been an awesome transformation, and it's just been really cool to see. Well, it's not quite garage night yet, it's still daytime. But venue change real quick. Got to go over to Zach's, help him at the bull barn, fix the wheel bearing on his Prius. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. Got to bring some tools. Some keyboard warriors maybe can judge what tools. This is what I'm bringing. Bar for a little extra torque if we need it. I think he's got it all off. I think he just needs to get the hub off. So for that, brought some air tools, some prying, soft blow, and a nice sludge. So that should be enough to get those off. And take the Red Rocket over there and get him all situated. Second time around, I forgot to. Zach did not put the brake shield dust plate. Had to take it off, do it again.
Hey.
Look at the advertisement for alternative lawn camera videos.
They're paying royalties for that shit.
I'll have to bleep that out. Brain, typical ADHD. Ooh, something shiny. Ooh, something shiny. Just mine's, ooh, new project. Ooh, new project. Yep, this is an old, new project. This is my stepdad's, I believe, 1986 F2 350. I might have some of these years wrong, but it started life as an 86. It's the Bullnose, which one of my favorite Ford trucks. It basically rotted out years and years and years ago, and he started to fix it up, restore it, and it ended up with a cab and front end from a brick nose. So 87 to 90, 91 Ford guys, you'll know better than me. Like I said, I'm always a fan of the big three, so I like Ford, but they are also my least favorite. So I'm not that knowledgeable with some of the stuff on here. But anyways, so this is going to be a brick nose Ford. It's got a big block 460 in it that's been freshened up probably 15, 20 years ago. It's got, the transmission was rebuilt in it. It's a single cab. It's got a flatbed on it now. That's one of the things we plan to change. But as you can see, it's, mostly together. We're gonna paint it. I'm gonna work on it with the guys and my stepdad to kind of keep it going. Like I said, 460 big block. It's been gone through, at least the top end, I know there's some wiring stuff we got to do because the cab was a diesel cab. So no big deal. A couple things to probably just add, maybe take away, or to utilize. You got to look at the schematics. We're going to do works to the inside, do a lot of more painting work. Like I said, it's a flatbed, single cab truck. That's probably gonna go to put a regular bed on it. But this should be pretty fun. I don't know how I'm gonna stitch this in with the videos. As you all know, we have a lot of things going on, and it'll probably get confusing if I'm working on, 5 different cars per video. But this series is just kind of a preparation of what we're doing. So kind of show you what's going on. I got some doors over there for it. Yeah, so add this to the docket of work. Before I took the video, I was actually already working on it. Took this steering shaft out. One of the changes we're making is it was originally going to be converted to, well, the truck was probably manual transmission, so it was a floor shift truck, and it was going to have like a ratchet style B&M shifter, but we've kind of changed gears on that, and so we're going to run just the standard column shifter for the automatic transmission, and this did not have that because this was for the standard. So I did take this out already, and it looks at some point there was a steering shaft issue, and somebody brought the old welder out and fixed the issue. And I mean, it probably would hold. I don't know. It's not the prettiest, but it does look relatively solid. And it's probably been like that for some time. Granted, the truck's been tore apart for probably longer than it's been together, but there is a steering shaft. So I got this Vivor ultrasonic cleaner. I'm gonna try it out for the first time. For this first batch, I'm gonna do some bottom end parts to my 6-liter for the Jeep, and then I'm gonna do some components of the head to the 12 valve Cummins. As you can see, they're not too bad, but from sitting, I want them to get kind of cleaned up. Now, this is my first time using the machine because these are similar materials. I'm just gonna use dish soap for this mixture. I mixed as it suggested. Now, I've heard some other good mixtures of like Pine Sol or, the actual cleaners for these. I've heard good success with dish soap, so we're gonna try that first, do the cheapest option. I can do this a few times. Just get a feel how it works and get a little before and after. Now I know when it comes to aluminum parts, because eventually I want to put those heads in there, not to run like Pine Sol or something. So that's why I want to see what this dish soap does and see how well it works at cleaning up some of this dirty, grimy parts. All right, so parts are in. I'm very excited to see how this works out. The reviews on it have been really good. I could get a big top dollar one, but we don't really do that much that I'll use this. But I think we do enough that this will be a very beneficial resource to have. Pretty easy to use. This is your temp side, obviously, how to set it. This is your timer side. And I've got this on for suggested 30-minute intervals. We'll see what it looks like after 30 minutes. But again, very excited to see how this works. And you'll see with me. Now, one thing, I guess it's on me. I didn't really let it get all the way up to the temp I set it to, so. This is after the second cycle. I have to go rinse them off yet, but pretty good job for just, some Dawn dish soap. I didn't even use like a ton. I mean, yeah, you can see it is a good little wipe off and a little brush off, and these should look up pretty good. That's what it looks like after. Just go rinse these off, final clean. A couple more to go, but cleaning off really nice, really easy. So far, very impressed with the Vivor. The mains for the OS. Head parts for the covers. Very happy with how things turned out. Well, I got my makeshift temporary paint booth up. Straps around. Tied it up right now. It's kind of windy in here. Got the door open. Got to do a final mop on the floor. Clean these off one time. I haven't used them in some time. Also, sorry about my voice being more annoying than it usually is. Got a little cold thanks to the littles. But, yep. Piece over there. Piece over there. Piece there. Obviously this piece. And that way I can start painting stuff. And then I can still tie them up like this to get things in here. Because what we're going to do next is get those 230s in here. And that'll probably be the end of this video. I'll bring those at least in here. As I strip them down, I'll probably make that as part of the M37 rebuild, but we got better heat in here. More sealed off. Now we just got to clean, paint. This is my first gen. For those who haven't seen us on the Instagram post, this is what I've been working on. Hoping to finish at least this floor here soon. Get it painted, put down. Also hoping machine shop's got the head to the Cummins, so hopefully that comes back next week. Get that on too. The transmission, got to paint it, but it's about rebuilt as well. Things are coming together. Things are coming together.